Hey everyone and welcome back to a new News Roundup Tuesday video. And today we have a few cool news, a few fun news, and we start off with something actually more fun, and that is about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, because there's a glitch which involves two Isabelles, and it actually causes the game to bug out in a way where one Isabelle is just calling like endlessly assist trophies, which is a bug in itself that shouldn't happen, but the way this happens is actually so much more interesting. So if you have two Isabelles standing away from each other a little bit, you can actually see, as in this video here, they can actually just grab the assist trophy, and one of the Isabelles is then locked into an endless loop where she's just calling the assist trophies over and over and over again, causing the funniest things to happen. You see this, for example, with these dragons here, or with Shadow the Hedgehog, you know. So just you need to hook one of the Isabelles while the other one's having the assist trophy in hand, and then it just causes the game to glitch out, and that Isabelle is actually then forced in a loop endlessly to publish out assist trophies, and the other Isabelle in the game now has to also just hit the other Isabelle to get it out of the loop again. And that way you can see it's like almost impossible to win this then afterwards. Plus, the game is just going into some crazy states when all these things are being called in. And I think there's even a video showing like, yeah, if you have, for example, the Metroids here, they're locked in an infinite state because the other Isabelle can't do anything anymore, just being punched all over again, and it's going up even to 1000%, and the other one's just constantly calling on these assist trophies. So there's that. Just be aware of that. If you have two Isabelles fighting against each other, it could happen that they lock each other into an endless loop. In a bit of quick news, we have Spider Man, the Insomniac one from the PlayStation 4 game, is actually getting his own comic adaptation, and that is very cool. Then we have an interview from the Obsidian guys about the outerworlds and how they want to design the outerworlds to be fun all the time. For that, of course, we have different things, how they achieve this, and I really recommend reading the whole interview here on PC Gamer. Then we have the 5 trends that define the game industry in 2018 by Gamasutra, which are talking about youth closures and layoffs, but also the unionization and other topics. So links to all these articles are of course linked down below. And actually, Gamesindustry is bringing us the most watched game trailers of 2018, and not surprisingly, but still a little bit surprising, there's Fortnite on number 1 with the Season 5 announcement, which racked up 48.6 million views in less than 6 months, whereas the next one is Fallout 76 with 33.8 million views, and then only Red Dead Redemption 2 with 27.9 million views. Wow, the whole article is linked down below, and there are even more numbers linked in this article here. So if you want to see more about the games industry, click the link in the video description down below. And also, if you ever wanted to play Hellblade Senuas Sacrifice, it's now available in the Xbox Game Pass. And if you have Game Pass, that means you can play this game basically for free while paying that subscription fee. But yeah, it's now available and you can play it right away. Just download it and play it. Have fun, guys. This game is something different and very special. And as a last bit of quick news, we have Battlefield V, because DICE actually changed the time to kill, the GTK of the game, to be much slower again, where it was a fan favorite actually from the beginning of the game, where it was actually very fast. And lots of issues were linked to this, and most of them are actually that there is different netcode aspects of this that are wrong, but not necessarily the time to kill. Now, DICE brought it into a different state on December 12th, and people were very vocal about this and said, actually, I'm just not that interested anymore in playing this game, so many guys said. And I follow a lot of them on Twitter, so I know what like a good average of people are thinking about this game, especially fans. Like, they can't put the game down, and now they said, actually, this TDK change is just very not much fun anymore. Well, good thing is, actually, yesterday evening, DICE came out and said, you know what, guys, you're right. We did a mistake, we will put it back again, because there was a plan how they said they wanted to implement a sort of core playlist for players who are fans of the old TTK, where they can get that experience still. But apparently so many people were vocal about this that they said, okay, Apparently there isn't even a market for the people which need a different TTK, so they just put it back again to the old state with the next update, and then everyone can play it again as it was on day one regarding the TTK. And in the bigger news, we have actually different creators, not just too many, but also now Alfonso Ribeiro, who is now suing Epic about the use of different dances that they brought to the public in the culture, and known, of course, in his role for Prince of Bel-Air. He did the Carton Dance, and that dance, of course, has been also put into Fortnite. But not only, it also was done in, for example, NBA 2K and games like Destiny 2. So more people are picking up again and saying, actually, we don't want to have you just monetizing the things that we brought to the culture. And yeah, not only he's doing it, as I said before, Too Many is also going against Epic, and even more creators like Dana Faison of Scrubs and Chance the Rapper, who are very vocal about this. So there's more people coming up and actually going against these. What do you think actually about this? Are dances worth about getting crazy? Some things like that, just really personal things, like linked to you as a personality? What do you think? Let me know in the video description down below. Then we have a very interesting thing where the My PlayStation 4 Life videos are being used to sort of render out player numbers for the PlayStation 4 games. As we know, PlayStation and many console platforms just don't give any numbers regarding the player base. Actually, these little videos that you can get, like also Spotify, for example, does it, where they calculate the most listened to songs and albums and creators, of course. They also give now stats out a little bit about the rarest trophy that you have and how many players unlock those trophies. And based on these videos, you can actually, extrapolate more data. A user did this, and the first draft is already here. About, I think 98 games have been categorized. And it looks like FIFA 18 is still the most played game on PlayStation 4 based on these videos. 4,000 videos have been polled so far from Twitter, and yeah, the numbers are roughly estimates. They're not exact, which is why they're that clear, right? So 32.5 million player numbers for FIFA 18. But even FIFA 15 has lots of players, or had players in its time at least. In between, there's also Minecraft, of course, no surprise, and Rocket League with even 22.6 million players. But remember, that game actually was a PlayStation Plus when it first released, so it's no surprise that many players actually got the game. But hey, that's just one of the estimates that we have, and there's a whole explanation down here how this was done and where the time frame is, for example. So not all the games have been included, and games after the 4th of December, for example, and trophies that were acquired after that are also not included in this video. So yeah, there's lots of things going on. A certain person called Dennis did this stats, and yeah, just link down in the description below this whole article. Read it yourself, it's actually very interesting. Then the Gamesindustry is bringing us the first few sales numbers of the PlayStation Classic in Japan. Reported by Media Crate's weekly report, the console was sold over 120,000 times, which is not that high actually. The SNES Classic sold around 369,000 units in Japan in the same time period. And overall, for example, even the NES Classic was sold 2.3 million units in the first limited supply run. As we know, lots of limited supplies were given out, and scalpers went in and even sold them for higher prices just because people were so crazy about getting this mini console. As we can see now, and we talked about this in a different video, of course, the PlayStation Classic is not a good console. It's very easy to hack, and people are just not satisfied with the selection of games even that are on this mini console. So seeing as it is, and seeing the price tag linked to it with $99 a thing, it's just very expensive, and people are just not into it, at least in Japan. I would wonder about the numbers in the West, but I think it will be similar, not that high compared to the NES and SNES Classic. And last but not least, we have a bit of news regarding Charles Martinet, the voice of Mario, Wario, Luigi, Waluigi, Baby Luigi, and Baby Mario. And he's actually getting a Guinness World Record, or got it already, on December 7th. He unlocked with the release of Smash Bros. Ultimate his 100th voiceover performance as the same character. as Mario. And he's actually got this certificate saying, like, yeah, you are the person with the most voiceover performances with the same character. And the number is now at 100. And that's just great. Congratulations, Charles Martinet, from us here at the new Byte. Follow him here and on Instagram. He's such a sweet person, doing different things, sharing a little bit of his life, and really identifying with the Mario personality. It's just really cool. So, that's the news roundup for today. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I hope you have a nice week. See you soon back again, and I don't know, bye-bye. Goodbye.